If this is your first time hearing about NFTs, then you might have been living under a rock. In that case, we would definitely want to know a lot more about that rock. But if you are a digital artist, or if you're somebody who's looking forward to buying digital assets, then you might have definitely heard about NFTs. But why exactly aren't museums cashing in on NFTs yet, considering the fact that NFTs are really popular right now? Well, that's exactly what we discuss here today. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more content just like this one, and turn on post notifications so that you never miss out on any of our future uploads. With all that done, let's get started. For those few people who don't know what an NFT is, well, it happens to be an abbreviation for non-fungible tokens. With blockchain technology, you have two types of tokens. So the first one happens to be fungible assets like Bitcoin or Ethereum, where you can exchange these assets if they are of a similar value. And then you have non-fungible tokens because they do have unique properties and they cannot be interchanged with anything else. Today, digital arts can be sold as an NFT because it will have unique properties, qualities, and characteristics. With anything digital, it's easy to make multiple copies of it without any significant effort. The problem is that there is no record for ownership, and nobody knows who the actual owner of the asset is. That's exactly what NFTs are trying to solve with blockchain technology. So, in the digital world, NFTs are known as one-of-a-kind assets, and just like any other property, NFTs can be bought or sold. The reason why NFTs are getting a lot more popular than ever before is because of so many high-profile sales, which include millions of dollars for just a piece of artwork. Yes, you heard it right, millions of dollars for a piece of digital artwork. The most exciting industry that could use NFTs to their maximum potential will be museums. Art museums did face massive financial shortfalls, which were accelerated by a decline in the number of visitors and donations because of the COVID-19 pandemic that did affect everybody's life. Many museums even considered selling treasured artworks in order to make the two ends meet. We have some museums that are issuing their own tokens, including the British Museum and the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures. The Miami Institute of Contemporary Art also accepted an early token from a donor to have a non-fungible token of an entire museum called the Museum of Digital Life. It looks like museums are still following the age-old tradition, and they generally don't want to deal with blockchain technology, especially anything that is digital. We have researchers who examined the finances of nonprofit organizations and the growth in non-fungible tokens, crypto assets, and other associated blockchain applications, and they came up with 4 reasons why museums failed to turn the non-fungible token crazy into something that they can benefit from financially. Number 1. NFTs are difficult. NFTs cannot be understood by everybody, and they are complicated for a lot of people, especially those people who are not into blockchain technology. People who run museums generally have expertise in art, education, and curation, and a non-fungible token is completely different from their expertise, and it is very detached from the art forms that people who run museums are used to. NFTs have a lot more in common with cryptocurrencies than typical artworks like paintings or sculptures. But what they don't realize is the fact that these are not designed to be interchangeable. But again, we understand that non-fungible tokens can be difficult when it comes to figuring out how they must be treated, stored, and valued. Non-fungible tokens are usually bought and sold with cryptocurrencies, and museums are not using cryptocurrencies for transactions because they are not legal currencies in almost every country out there. You also need to keep in mind that cryptocurrencies are extremely volatile, so museums accepting or making financial transactions with cryptocurrency might not make any sense. There are more legal complexities and insurance complications when dealing with anything cryptocurrency for museums. Number 2. Lack of connection. The connection between the ownership of a piece of art and the non-fungible token associated with the artwork can be pretty confusing. Most people think that NFT is the actual art. Well, that is not the case because the token is separate from the art itself. This means that the owner of the artwork has no particular ability to turn an affiliated non-fungible token into a big payoff, just like the value of the painting has little to do with what the paint canvas and frames are worth. So you could say that a token's financial value is quite subjective, and it depends upon what others are willing to pay for the NFT. Then, on the other side, we have creators of the underlying art, like artists and musicians who do retain control over their work and mint non-fungible tokens connected to them. A non-fungible token that is minted by a museum won't be as attractive to collectors as an artist-minted token. So, if museums were to create NFTs, it wouldn't be as valuable as the NFTs directly from artists. And that brings us to the next point. Now, if you made it this far, consider subscribing to our channel and click the bell icon to get notified about all of our crazy uploads on NFTs. Number 3. The NFT market values artists. The NFT market really values artists. Most people buy artwork as a means to interact with the artist and support them financially. People generally don't like intermediaries, and typically non-fungible token buyers are not so enthusiastic about a new artwork in a museum, and collectors associated with the museum usually value the artwork and the artist. But with NFTs, the artist is valued more. Number 4. Uncertainty and volatility. NFTs are volatile, just like cryptocurrencies, and the same can be said about non-fungible tokens, because there were countless cases where non-fungible tokens became entirely worthless. Relying on the tokens to raise cash might be very tricky, and the board of museums might not be able to deal with such volatility with NFTs. So, museums will definitely be forced to quickly liquidate any non-fungible tokens that they mint or receive, even if that will make the token less valuable to institutions. There is also a lot of uncertainty that surrounds NFTs. Even the digital artwork associated with NFTs are separate from the token linked to the blockchain. NFTs are still in their infancy, and there's still room for improvement. It is really possible for something big to happen in traditional institutions in the art world with the non-fungible token as the market becomes a lot more mature. So, to sum things up, right now, it's clear that NFTs are the future of ownership of digital assets, even though so many economists don't see any future in NFTs. But the same was the case with Bitcoin during its initial days, and look at the price of Bitcoin today. So, moving forward, we'll see ownership status tokenized digitally for every asset and not just digital ones, which is a very good application of blockchain technology. And that's a wrap for today's video. What do you think about museums not cashing in on NFTs? Will it be too late to cash in on NFTs if they are about to do it right now? Do let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, because we would love to hear from you all. Also, consider subscribing to our channel for more NFT-related content, and make sure you turn on post notifications so that you get notified about all of our future uploads. That's about it for today. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, and we will meet again in the very next video. So, stay tuned.